first and foremost, welcome and thank you, Marcus, for joining us and me.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
I have a few quick questions for you regarding the consultation tool. And let's start with, how have you communicated the implant treatment with your patients? Especially, there's a wide range of patients. So I guess sometimes there is an issue or a challenge to explain what the treatment is and how it will proceed.
Yeah, I mean, up until this time, I would say that we've utilized, the different digital platforms that we have, meaning that, you might sit down with a patient in a CBCT software or any type of CAD software, planning software, so that they would, understand what type of treatments that they're undergoing. But it's sort of a different type of puzzle, so it's quite difficult to really explain everything from A to Z with words and images that are understood by the patient. Sometimes, we get ahead of the patient and we would become too technical, so meaning that they don't really understand what we're talking about, and it's difficult for them to know what they're investing in. So I find that, the consultation platform, it fills sort of a gap in the market, where, both myself and my team would be able to explain in a much simpler way to the patients what we're really trying to do with them.
Yeah, thank you. And we just launched the last week this new feature for the general market. Of course, you've had access to it for some time. So how would you say, based on this short time that it's been available also for you, how do you use the consultation tool right now?
Well, we introduced it, and already at the start, as I mentioned in the Q&A, is that I try to involve the team members. I find that sometimes, for example, as doctors, again, we become much too technical with the patient, and the patient, they're hesitated to actually asking the right type of questions towards the doctor. So it's more neutral if the assistant sits down with them and they will start initiating the discussion around the implant treatment. And then all of a sudden, those very important but very simple questions usually are raised, and the patient feels much more comfortable than starting to talk with me after on. So I started immediately actually to teach the nurses and the assistants to be the person that goes in front of the patient and sits down and initiates the discussion, and that's been very fruitful for us. And again, involving the entire team, they all become so invigorated, and they feel that they are a vital part of the treatment. So it becomes much more fun together with the patient. So that's the way we've started with it.
Yeah, I'm really happy to hear that, because of course it was with patients in mind, partially that Dr. Jeff Dagnelid, who's the person with the original idea many years ago, that was his focus, of course, by outlining the concept of the consultation tool. So and yeah, maybe you already touched on that, but just to come back to that, how do you think it will help your patients, not only in the actual discussion? Do you think there's additional value for them to take with them, maybe after the consultation, or so they have a documentation that they can return to in their family when they discuss it, or when you see them the next time?
No, I think so. I mean, the export functions is really neat, because it gives a certain amount of images step by step. So it summarizes perhaps a very long treatment for a patient where they might undergo grafting procedures, long healing times. So it's, as you say, it's something that they can bring home. And also, I would say that in terms of a referral basis, meaning that you also communicate with the restorative doctor. If I'm the surgeon and one of my referring doctors are the ones that are restoring the patient, they also have sort of a blueprint as to what we're supposed to do with the patient. So both the patient and the referring doctor can get the same information at the same time. So they're up to speed with what's going on with the patient over a very long period of time. So I think it helps, all team members involved in the patient's implant treatment.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm really happy to hear you say that and explain how you and your staff feel. So I hope this will continue to be of help to you. And of course, for the viewers here, there is more information on OsstellConnect, but also the new feature ConsultationTool on our website, and also in the Osstell campus you will find more material, and of course the webinar that Dr. Dagnelid just completed also. So with that, I will let you go. Marcus, thank you again. Thank you very much for spending a few minutes and explaining your initial experience with the consultation tool.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.